Hey Sag, welcome to Taryn Hill. Welcome to the place where we empower the high vibers. I hope all is well with you. Alright, let's see what's going on. Welcome to your collective reading for whenever you watch this. It's all good. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, all that. Alright, let's go. What's going on? I come to you, only God, thanking you for your divine guidance, providing messages of divine light, divine love, in accordance with your divine will. What is it that the Sag collective needs to know? Thank you so much. Face your adversities, okay? It's something that you need to face head on. So that's alluding to the fact that you might not be facing things. You might be turning your head in another direction. You don't want to deal with something. We have bust out of your cocoon coming through. I feel like there's some pressure here. You might feel like you're outgrowing a situation, but that's something that you don't want to face. That's what I'm getting. Whether it's a job, whether it's a relationship, whatever the case is, we do have to go with the flow. Look, you're going from caterpillar to butterfly. You cannot stop the progress of aging, is what I'm getting, all right? And when I say that, I mean like just the evolution from caterpillar to butterfly. Obviously, we can't stop the actual aging process as well. But what I'm talking about is this evolution. You can't stop your growth. You are growing, and it is inevitable. You are growing from a butterfly. From caterpillar to butterfly. Just face it. Face that. Live your soul, not your role. Yeah, you've been showing up as a role that people were used to you being, and you're stepping into this more soul aligned way of being. All right, and because of that, you're growing out of certain things. As you tapped more into your star player, as you tapped more into your more authentic self, watch the people who are now like kind of drifting away, you know, as in the process, who you're no longer really connecting or syncing up with like you used to. Those are things to pay attention to. It's not happening for by happenstance. It is happening for a reason, because you're actually, you know what I'm saying, growing, maturing, being this 2.0 version of yourself. But the fact that this is coming out, it's probably just some resistance coming through about that, like not really wanting to deal with the changes of growing, which I understand, because it does lead to growing out of people. And that's the most painful part of, like, you know, it's hard when you start growing apart. It's like, damn, I ain't even asked for that, you know? And it comes out of nowhere, right? So that's the energy that I'm getting there. But some of you guys, you can also be growing out of dreams. Okay, you could have once had this idea of like, I want to be the most famous astronaut in the whole wide world, and then you grow up and you're like, I don't really like math like that, so fuck aeronautics, you know, like, and now your dream changed, and you have to grieve that old dream. So something like that, you have to grieve whatever this is that you're being led to walk away from, but you are being pushed out of this reality ultimately and pushed into a new one. And at this point, it's like, you want to do it the easy way or the hard way, baby. Kicking and screaming, or you just going to go with the flow and walk with it. All right? All right. All right, let's see what's going on with Sag. Oh, yeah, you know it. You know it. You see it. You feel it. You feel it. Look at that. We have the High Priestess coming through with the Queen of Wands and the World card. You know it. You feel it. You've created this. You've created this metamorphosis into butterfly zone, right? And now you're going and becoming a butterfly, but then you're realizing, oh, I didn't really take into account when I become a butterfly, the people around me won't necessarily become butterflies with me, which means I could start flying, but they're still caterpillars. They still going to be crawling. So I'm not going to be able to be around them like that, because I'm going to be out here flying in these streets. I can't teach them how to fly. They don't have wings, you know. And it's at that level of realization, like you wanted more but didn't know the price that would come with that, which is you would grow out of your environment, and you would have to let the old caterpillar behaviors, the old caterpillar dreams, the old caterpillar loves, the old caterpillar friendships, all the relationships that are caterpillar energies that are not butterfly energies, all of them going to be, you know what I'm saying, kind of pushed out. And it's not going to be like a forceful push. It just seems like it's just a drift, because you no longer feel as connected. You know, it just falling out of sync with people. That, yeah, it's tough, as you can't really get that back. You can try and force it all you want, right? The Justice card. This is for you. You're meant to have wings and fly free like a butterfly. Somebody probably doesn't think it's fair. We have the Death card coming through in reverse here. That's that resistance. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's like someone doesn't think it's fair. It's like, all right, well, I know that I want to be a butterfly and I want to fly and see a vantage point that was different from the ground. But then now that means I have to fly solo. That's not fair. Like that's the gamble. That's the trade-off. That's not fair. And it's like, no, it is. Because you want more. So now you're going to meet people, other butterflies who also want more. All right. 10 of Cups. Yeah, in reverse. Is not feeling happy about it. I think ultimately with the High Priestess and all this energy and the Queen of Wands, someone's very much aware that this is happening. I feel like someone is just kind of, you know, it just feels like understanding the inevitable and just enjoying it while it lasts type of thing. That's what it feels like. Like, I know that I'm about to graduate and go away for college and I'm never going to see you guys again. So I'm just going to really enjoy these last months of high school, you know? That's the energy. So someone's like really just milking in, just trying to enjoy it. But with the 10 of Cups there, it's like, you can't stop, can't shake this feeling like, oh, but my wings are crushed because I'm still trying to act like I'm a caterpillar crawling when I know I can fly, you know? It's something that's hurtful about that because you're not actually expressing yourself freely as this more evolved version. You're still pretending to be a caterpillar. All right. 2 of Wands coming out. Okay. 2 of Wands coming out, Star card and the Hierophant. Look at that. I mean, look, whenever you decide to pull out them wings on them, start flying, you'll be all gravy, okay? Everything's going to work out just fine. It's going to work smoothly. You might have to fly solo for a little bit, and that's okay. Don't be afraid of that. You'll find people in the sky flying with you at some point, all right? What needs to be the focus here is what you're going to do when you start flying, right? What do you want to do with this new evolved version of you? You already feel this new evolved version of you coming on. What do you want to do with this new chapter? Get excited about that. That might help you, it might ease you into this transition a little bit better. There's also this feeling of like survivor's guilt. Is that the term? Survivor's remorse? Whatever. But yeah, this feeling of like the survivor's guilt because you can fly and they can't, or they're choosing not to. So you don't want to leave people behind. But this is just what everyone goes through. Every time there's an ego death and you have to break through and be someone else, it's always leaving people behind. It's always that. And it always hurts. So just know that, just charge it to the game. This is just how it goes, okay? But yeah, it does lead to this new foundation, this new normal, feeling more at home with yourself. Because right now, what used to feel like home for you no longer feels like home. The people who made you feel at home, they no longer feel like that. It does feel like the people who are around you, who you once felt very much in sync with, that's not happening anymore. So as I mentioned, like, be mindful of the people who are drifting out, where it's like, oh, we don't connect the way we did before. Like, you used to get me when I said this, so I used to get you when you said that, and now I just don't understand you. Be mindful of those moments. That is a signal there that, yeah, that situation is slowly drifting apart. Also be mindful of the people who you're gravitating to, who you're drifting towards, okay? Be mindful also of the types of conversations you're having, okay, as opposed to the conversations that you had before. I want to highlight this idea of realizing, because I think what's happening here, even though you have wings and you can fly, you're denying that you're a butterfly because you still want to stay with the squad. And it feels like a little bit of, it's definitely a denial of your truest self, but it seems like if you do this enough, you might forget who you are, right? So that's why I want to keep like highlighting these signs and signals that you're actually drifting away, that you are actually changing, that is not your imagination, that, oh, it wasn't just a bad day between you and this person. It's more so like, oh, we're just no longer in sync, right? Just understand that things are, there. It is a major shift, even if it doesn't feel like this, earthquake of a shift, right? It's just a very subtle change, a subtle drift, and a subtle gravitation that's happening here, but it can be easily ignored because it's so subtle. Do not forget it. You are butterfly energy, and it's time for you to move like that. Being around caterpillars, the more you stay around them and keep crawling around, the less you have that power in your wings. You're not flexing your wings to fly. Now you're around a bunch of caterpillars and it's like you got all these wings and everybody is going to see that you have these wings. Listen, oh, it's also giving imposter syndrome. It's a lot. It's a lot coming through here. Ultimately, whatever this connection is, or if these are if it's a bunch of people, if it's family, friends, whatever the case is, you're gonna have to fly solo for a little bit and figure out how to flex those wings so you can feel comfortable in this new energy, feel okay flying solo, feeling okay being this beautiful butterfly who's flying, being okay with leaving people behind, things like that. I mean, it's not going to always feel okay, but at least you'll come to terms with it. And at least you're not kind of dimming your own light and crushing your own wings and dumbing yourself down to stay in caterpillar mode. Like, it's just, please stop doing that, okay? All right. Whatever role you're used to playing, whatever role that people are used to used to seeing you in, golly, I'm getting so tongue-tied. But whatever role people are used to seeing you in, that's no longer you. And you are going to have to reintroduce yourself. And people are not going to always accept it. Some will, some won't, or whatever. Okay? But that should not stop you from flexing those wings and flying. And if they get so inspired, they could flex it, they could grow some wings and meet you there. But don't try to sit here and wait for people to come with you. All right? You're living your soul's path. That is your next step here. And nothing is more important than that. Not your relationships, not your job. Nothing's more important than you living your authentic self right now and seeing what that means for you. Right now, it's a matter of expression and exploration of your newer self. Who are you with wings? Who's this butterfly version of you? What do they like to eat? Where do they like to go? What do they like to talk about? What's their dreams and aspirations? Because all of that has changed and you need time to figure that out. Figure out this new you. Reintroduce yourself to yourself, okay? Get comfortable with that person and then you can reintroduce yourself to the world. Wow, okay. This is a powerful reading. All right now, butterfly. Let's get it, all right? There's more butterflies waiting for you. All right, well, let me know what you think. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, comment, add me on IG, Taryn Heal. Reevaluate your priorities. Your priority is you and not being accepted by others, okay? Thank you so much. Until we meet again, peace.